Hello, everybody. Welcome on back to baseball here on youtube.com/SeanOsaurusRex. My name is Sean, and today we are playing game number 161. Yeah, 161. The 4-game weekend series give me all kinds of confusion, and then my work schedule's been all thrown off. It's a disaster. My old brain box is just kind of blown apart here. We have had a rough week today. This week, oh my goodness. We have had a rough week this week. We are 2-4. 2-4 this week. We haven't been getting blown out, but we've been giving up a lot of hits. We've been blowing some leads. It hasn't been the most fun week. I was really hoping with yesterday's game that we would be able to keep the rhythm and flow of the 5-1 Texas win. Instead, we got out to a 2-0 a 2-0 lead, but then we allowed them to tie the game up. And then I thought I made a good pitching decision, and then still gave up 2 runs, and we gave up 10 plus hits to this team again. You got 11 hits. We've given up 10 plus hits in 4 of the last 5 matchups to the Texas Rangers. Not good. Thankfully, they're out of the playoffs. We are the number 1 seed if you haven't been following along. The elimination number for the Astros is 1. If, I guess the Astros would lose, right? Or the White Sox and the Rays win, I think is how that would work. We can just see the American League wild card locked up, and it just be kind of playing for positioning into tomorrow's final game. We still have a match to look at, or a game to look at, in the National League East. The Braves over the Mets. Braves just need to win. We should see a lot of stuff just kind of clinched. The Cardinals elimination number is 2, so still a little bit of wiggle room in the National League wild card race. We're looking in the American League East now. Blue Jays, they have a 1-game lead over the Yankees. Elimination number is 2 for them. The Twins, they don't have the division. I apologize. Elimination number is 1 for the White Sox. So coming down to this last weekend, but it's largely for positioning, which is kind of mirroring the real life form that is happening right now, where it's mostly positioning. There's one team kind of lurking in the background to maybe make a run at the wild card, but we'll see what happens. Nathan Eovaldi, 7-16 with a 4.30 ERA. Luis Castillo, 20-7 with a 1.70 ERA. This is Mariners Baseball inside of MLB The Show 23's franchise mode. If you'd like more, be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring the bell. You'll be notified when I post new videos. There's only 1 day left, so check back tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific time for the regular season finale, and then we will jump into the postseason, which I imagine will have kind of a long outro in tomorrow's video as we kind of take a look at that, or maybe take a look at that in a separate video. I kind of doubt that I'll do a separate video, but I can dream. All right, let's jump into. I'm so glad that my voice is doing this again. Hello. All I did was talk for 15 minutes. Hey, check out this morning's taste test video. It's good. It's a good video. Oh, you know what? I forgot to wear the fancy uniforms yesterday. I forgot to wear the City Connect. We'll throw City Connect in there. I completely forgot. They're wearing them right now as we speak. Regional 3, the free. Okay, so we're going to pull France for Evan White. So we are going to... I guess Suarez can stand today, and then we'll throw Ty France in at third. Teoscar in the 4 spot's good. We'll flip those 2 against a right-handed pitcher. Who do they have in left? I bet they have Dylan Moore in left. They sure do. Cal Raleigh. Catching Tom Murphy. I want. Where's my guy? Taylor Trammell. Let's go. Do I want Dylan Moore in left? 68 reaction, 66 arm, 74 fielding. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna throw Gonzalez in here, just because I want to get him, get him a little experience. That's fine. He can hang out in that spot. We'll have a triple righty right in the middle. And especially having Suarez followed by Raleigh. That's good. That's a lot of power. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. All right. So they called him up for the injury to Colton Wong. I still can't believe I did that. Frick. What a dunce. What a dunce. That me, by the way, me. It's not Colton Wong at all. It's me. I'm the dunce. Please don't tell Colton Wong I think he's a dunce. He's over here beating the Seattle Mariners in a Los Angeles Dodgers uniform. Gonna wander into a World Series ring when he could have stayed with me. He is with me still. In real life, though. That was so weird to see. I was like, oh, Colton Wong did something good. Oh, for the Dodgers? When the hell did that happen? All right, 161. We're almost done. We're so close. Also, it's scary that it's already been like 6 months. Like, hello? What?
It starts with his preparation because you never see him give away an at-bat.
607 at-bats. Luis Castillo. Luis Castillo. 32 starts, 27 record, a 1.70 ERA, 206.1 innings pitched. And we'll have 220-win pitchers, unless we get absolutely wild. We won't. We're not going to get. We're not going to get wild. So here we go. We're in the 640. We're in the City Connect uniforms on the wrong day. Again. Whoops.
If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
There we go. That is 3 nice pitches. Let's do a quick.
Frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner when with 2 strikes you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error, but some way you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
In Happ up to hit. 2 hits for him in yesterday's game.
All right, Seattle. They have to win all their games at this point, essentially.
That one's in there.
Looking good in these uniforms in real life against Texas.
He features a 4-seam fastball, a sinker, a changeup, and he works in a slider.
Texas has been a very weird team throughout the season.
That one fouled off.
From what I was hearing or reading or whatever, it was kind of like, well, Texas, like, if everything goes right, everything kind of breaks their way, they'll be really, really good. And that was kind of how it went for a while, but then they cooled off and they fell, like, down as far as 3rd in the American League West, in a division that felt like it was theirs to win because Seattle was stuck in neutral, and all of a sudden, here they are. Back in first place because Seattle decided, you know what? Winning, that's too much fun. Why would we do that? Try to put things away. Why not just kind of... We're going to make everybody watch every game. That's a 2-1 count.
He's setting the tone early with the fastball. 98 miles per hour up on the scoreboard.
And the right-hander deals. And that one fouled off. That misses, and a full count now.
He wanted that fastball high and tight, looking for a strikeout. Just didn't locate it very well.
Ground ball to the right side, and that's just foul. Payoff pitch. Got it. Strikes out this side to begin the game. What a start.
All right, so Seager gave me quite the battle there, but we do pick up the strikeout. Castillo tacking 3 more on his line. Nothing as we go bottom 1.
Back here at the ballpark.
Nathan Eovaldi, 7-16 with a 4.30 ERA and 31 starts, 184.1 innings pitched, 218 hits given up,
But this
30
is a guy
walks,
that's not
116
afraid. He's gonna
strikeouts,
take the ball, he's
and
gonna
a
go
whip
out
of
there and give it
1.35.
his best.
Bottom of the first. And now Jorge Mateo.
Jorge
This is a
Mateo.
guy who's in
All right,
the
here we
lineup
go.
first and foremost because of
Get some
what
things
he
going
contributes
positively. We're not.
defensively,
Oh, the
Chris. And you
operation
talked about
failed yesterday.
preventing runs from
That's
being
right.
scored.
99 on a
This
four-seam
guy is a
fastball,
big
curveball at
contributor.
81, slider at 88, splitter at 90, cutter 95.
And he deals. This one in the air right field.
I think
Garcia
unfortunately
really
just
on
under
his
it.
horse for this one. Tracks it down for the out. One down. And now it's
Been
Julio
probably
Rodriguez.
too aggressive. That was a real hittable slider, though. Was it, what, 87? So we're going to see
I was always told
if he
it's
goes
hard
to
take
the
you off the
four-seam,
field when you
could be
play
quite
really
the...
good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does.
And a foul
Damn.
ball.
really
The
early
inning's
on a
gonna come
96
around. He's
mile an
gonna
hour
figure it
fastball.
out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
Next pitch is
It's
outside.
outside. Good take right there.
2-1.
Swung on, belted. Back there. And it one-hops the wall. And that's a double.
I thought about three. I thought about a triple.
Showed
It's
some
not a good
real
idea,
patience in that
which is
at-bat.
why I
Worked
didn't do it.
himself into a good count. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he
I think if that goes opposite field, we could maybe take a shot
Up next for the
at a
Mariners.
triple with
Deep
Julio.
in the ball game last night. 0-1. Chris
All right.
won dubious
Too aggressive
though,
there.
by Eovaldi. May 18th, 2022. He matched a big league record, gave up
No.
5 homers in an inning against the Astros. Alvarez, Tucker, Pena, Brantley, and Gurriel all took him deep. Righty delivers.
It's all right. It's all right.
Rodriguez over at second, 1 down. Next one just misses. And a count 1 and 2.
Wow.
break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Popped up.
It's okay. It's okay. We should have struck out.
Makes the
That was an
grab.
absolute
That's out number
dot
2.
of a pitch, and somehow just did not get the call.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez.
I thought he would try to double up down low.
Swing and a miss.
Big swing.
And
That
it's
slider.
0-1.
Well, strike one is so critical.
10 mile an hour
Like this,
difference.
with a real threat at the plate, looking to do damage.
Ground ball left side, and it stays fair. Here's
No, go to
Rodriguez
first. Stays first,
trying
stays
to
first, stays
score.
first.
He will score, and it's 1-0.
Might have been able to get there, but you can't count on him
Always feels
getting
good
pulled
when you
off the
come there
bag.
and get
That's
your
a
team on
great
the board
hit
first.
right
There's
there.
something about pulling one down the line and shooting it through the infield that's just
Probably
so
could have done a little bit more
satisfying.
damage with it. Maybe could have tried to get a double. But I did see kind of where he was going. I was early on it.
Clips the corner,
That's fine.
and that is strike 1.
Four seam on the outside.
Kicks and deals. And that one lifted in the air center field.
Darn. That was a
Tavares makes
good
the
piece of
catch inning
contact.
over. But the
Could have been
RBI
better.
single pushes across a run.
Could have been
It's an
better.
early 1-0 lead. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show.
Couple of hits to open up the game, though. And a nice job by
Back in
Teoscar.
Seattle, new inning getting started.
Coming through.
And here's the first baseman, Nathaniel Lowe. The wide to kick the pitch. There's a strike.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
Strike 2.
Clearly all in on the fastball right there, but it was a changeup. Bottom just fell out of it. He's going to have to make an adjustment.
Next offering upstairs.
Damn. Four seam fastball. I just can't get it in the zone when I
Swing and a
want
ground
it, you
ball
know?
out to short. Over to
That's a
first.
pitch that I'm looking at where I'm going like, I want to hear.
That is it. The second baseman, Marcus.
Here is Marcus Simeon. First offering misses the mark. The pitch. And downstairs. Freddie Ferguson.
Damn it, that's two.
Balls and strikes. One down, base is empty.
That's
spoiled and
a pitch that I would love to see a little higher
he's a guy
and
that
a
has
little more
reputation
inside.
for being
Yikes.
fergalicious.
Yes, and, you know,
And it gets by him.
he kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot
What
it
happened?
before a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Now here is, that's hard hit in the line. And that's a base hit. Mateo relay to third. He's in there.
Well, the last 10 games or so.
This is where things start to fall apart for me, or have started to fall apart for me against this team. That's a good no dive. There is no reason for me to try and like make some layout play.
Ball one there.
At the dish, looking to lift
The
the
four
ball in
seam's
the
not
air
where I
in the
want it.
spot. Anything
We
with the
can't
inning
get
getting
that
on the
double
playbook.
play.
On the ground as he checked to swing. To the plate, and he's out.
Honestly, can't believe that he went for that.
Right there, nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground.
That was a
Excellent piece of
worthwhile
work.
gamble.
Tavares.
God, thank God we don't have
So
anything to
first
play
and
for.
second with 2 outs. Next up for Texas, Leody Taveras. And that one pulled foul.
That fastball is over the heart of the plate again.
The pitch. That one finds the
That's
zone.
so
and it's
frustrating.
0-2.
That one's not high enough in the
Couple
zone.
of base runners at first and second. Tapped in front of the plate. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
A little surprised that they gave me Castillo.
Here's the catcher, Jonah Heim. First pitch, and he just misses.
Again, it's
Pulls that one foul. And a 1-1. Foul ball. One and two now. He
Got
goes
him.
down looking.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but
Man,
that's okay as long
that's
as
a
he's
big
getting
deal.
results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
We head to the bottom of the second, and stepping in for the Mariners, Eugenio Suarez.
Eugenio Suarez.
it's just one of those gross innings. All right. What can we do here? We got him to throw 13 pitches in that first inning. That's good.
Swing and
That's
a miss.
curveball.
And
Hey, it looked
strike
real
one.
good coming in. I got
Looking
real
at
excited there.
His resume, he won the World Series with the Red Sox in 2018, but he was actually originally drafted by the Dodgers back in 2008. He was an 11th round pick. Next offering is in for a strike.
Always known for that power fastball, but interesting, he didn't get a whole lot of swing and miss with it early on. He got better with that stuff as his career progressed. If you talk
Oh,
about that World Series in
no.
2018, he was
Low,
absolutely
high in the
fantastic.
zone, high,
Dominating
low.
strikeout there
Strikeout.
on just 3 pitches, and that's what a good power pitcher can do to you. If he's hitting his spots, filling up the strike zone, sometimes he bats over before it really begins.
And a foul ball. And that one hammered.
Go, go, go. That's perfect. Get out.
Out of here.
Let's go. I forgot there was one out, and I saw that there was an out there, and I was like, oh, you motherfuckers. Just kidding. We're good. We're good.
It's 2-0.
That's what we want to see when it's perfect. We want home runs or base runners or anything that's not just right to the goddamn guy.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early.
Wow.
He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your
straight
swing.
away
He stayed
center
on it
field.
and got all of it.
Base is empty, one away. And up next for Seattle, number 14. And that's
That's a good take right there. Good take. I was looking for something a little more off speed.
He features a four-seam fastball, a curve, a slider, a splitter, and occasionally uses a cutter.
Oh
There's a strike.
my
0-2
God.
count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Yep, off speed on the outside. God
Really
damn
good
it.
with the breaking ball there. 2 outs, base is empty. Taylor Trammell digs in now. And a swing and a miss. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Hit on the ground to the right side. Low steps on the bag.
Yeah, I went with a
and that is
cutter.
that.
Ugh.
But add on one more as the solo shot
We've had
stretches their
like
lead
2
even
bright
further.
spots
It's now a
and just
2-0
like
ball game.
kind of a lot
You're
of garbage
watching
around
Mariners
it, you know?
baseball on the
That's
show,
been
Northwest.
pretty frustrating.
All set for the start of the inning. And now here is Bubba Thompson.
Bubba Thompson.
Swing and a miss.
See if we can
0-1.
settle
Thompson
down.
hitting leadoff in today's game. And though usually in left field, today he's the designated hitter. And that one is lifted in
Rodriguez
the
has
air.
enough speed
Brings
to
it
get
in
there,
with a
even with the
nice running
hesitation to the
grab.
opposite
And there's
side.
one down.
We're good.
Some guys don't like not being able to play defense because it helps them to stay in the rhythm. So for him to be the DH, we'll see if he gets a routine together.
Ian Happ stepping in for the Rangers. In there for strike 1.
Oops.
The 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Next one misses, and that's ball 1. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the line.
Yes.
Just ensure safety
Got
for the
him.
fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit. Well, I'm not really sure.
The worst thing you want to see is like a child getting drilled with a baseball. It's always kids. It's always like poor little Timmy just trying to enjoy a baseball game. All of a sudden he has a broken arm because a 110 mile an hour exit velo baseball comes hauling at him.
In there for strike 1. Seager, the former rookie
Knock
of the
some
year,
college kids out, you know?
28 years old. He's been on a
Stop
terrific
ruining these
run at the
children's
plate,
lives.
hitting over 350 in his last 10.
That's like that was.
Called a ball.
I'm
And
sure
it's
I've talked about it
1-1.
before, but there was a game in Houston where that happened, and it was kind of like
Rodriguez
it was like the
settles
reason that the
brings
deaths
it
are
in.
there.
And that's
Because
the
like a
third
kid
out.
got hit, and it was just
Rangers
it was the
sit down in
saddest.
order. They
It was
trail
like the
things
most
here,
difficult
2-0.
strikeout I've ever seen. Because it was like a 1-2 count or whatever it was. As a 2-strike count, there's a large break
And we'll
while they're
be
trying to
back,
figure
ready
out
to
what's
go
going
for the
on.
last half of the inning. Now
This
it's
ball,
the
you know,
shortstop,
flies in.
Jorge Mateo.
Trying to figure it out, you know, and all that. And this dude, who I probably, maybe I shouldn't say probably, but I think has children, is just like, he's in tears. People are like upset,
And that's
understandably so.
downstairs and outside.
He has to go back up there and just the worst hack. It like I can't imagine what that's like as a batter. I can't imagine what that's like as a pitcher, where it's like,
That
do I
misses
pitch
the
to this
zone,
guy? Like,
and that's
what do I
ball
do?
2.
This is the worst strikeout I'll ever record. Oh,
Lifted in the air, right center field. Garcia
Mateo.
heads after
Damn it, I'm sorry.
And
I'm
makes
sorry,
the
I'm
grab.
sorry.
And there's one down.
I got happy eyes because I
So
saw the
digging
pitch
in,
that I
Julio
was looking
Rodriguez.
for. I was still late on it, but
One with a
I was
double
looking for
and
something
a
that was
run
going to be off
scored.
speed and kind of drop into the zone.
On the ground to third.
That's bad. Bad
And
swing
it goes
real
just
early.
foul.
Hey-oh.
The 0-1.
Oh my God,
Ugly 0-1
Sean,
swing right there as a pitcher.
please.
Gotta be hunting for that strikeout. Keep him off balance. Send him back to the dugout.
Swing and a bouncer.
Well,
On the run,
he'll get
throw
the
to
out.
first.
I really
Rodriguez
thought I
out
was
of
lower in
play.
the zone there. I don't think it really would have made much of a difference, but
And
I'm
now
not
for
realizing how
Seattle,
quickly
J.P.
it, like...
Crawford. 0 for 1 so far. First pitch.
good take
got
right there.
close. Crawford measures 6 feet 2 inches, 200 pounds, and he won a Gold Glove in the shortened 2020 season.
It's a great take right there.
Line drive, gets down, base hit. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw
Jeez.
in, not in time. It's
Ooh,
a double.
ooh, ooh. That was a real dumb send. Really dumb send.
Great hands on that swing. Took the barrel right to the baseball, caught it out front, and lipped it into the gap. At that point,
I think sending him early
question in
helped.
his mind that he was going for two.
There were a
Just
couple
a
extra
great
steps
field.
there by the
And
fielder
now
out there.
Hernandez singled and drove in a run his first time through.
That's a fantastic
The
take.
strategy of
I am a
winning ball
huge
game,
fan of
you
that
can
take
make
right
that
there.
pitcher
Good job.
Work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches. That could be the key to winning, perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
Next offering is in for
That's
a
fine.
strike.
That's also a good take.
Crawford stands at second with 2 gone. Swing and
That's a
miss.
bad swing.
And it's 1-2.
Not
From
really
a
going to do a
pitcher's
whole lot with
perspective,
that.
That's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Everything's been on the outside.
Popped up,
Drop.
and that will fall. Runner from second scores
Woo!
as they add on.
Those are the
It's
hits that we
3-0.
haven't really been getting, especially yesterday. We had 3 hits in yesterday's game. 3 of them.
Aggressive. It was in a location where you could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there. Coming
Just
back and
enough.
back.
Evan White will hit next. Flied out his first time.
That's bad swing.
And it's fouled away.
Hell yes. Off a lefty. Oh my God. Lefty, lefty. J.P. Crawford, grand
Right
slam.
heels. And that's through there for a strike.
Awesome. Awesome.
Now fly ball to right center. No
Oh,
trouble
darn.
here. Puts it away for
I
the
thought
out.
maybe it would split the
And
gap.
that will end
Also,
the
a
inning.
bug
But
flew
they
on my
pick up
screen
one
right on the
run
dirt, and I was like, did they
RBI
put a bird in
single.
there?
It's now 3-0. Back after this on the show.
So we scored 1 run in each inning. This is what I like to see. Just a little bit. I mean, it doesn't, we kind of need hits like that to happen every once in a while. But like we got the perfect home run from Cal Raleigh. We got a nice piece of hitting from Teoscar to drive in Julio. And then obviously that bloop shot there. That's been what that's something that I've noticed. I'm like, ooh, if we start to falter, it's difficult to get the offense going a little bit. Got to keep it going. Stay in the flow a little bit. You're bound to have a weak spot in your rotation somewhere, right?
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride.
We have what I feel like are pretty solid locks with Luis Castillo and Robbie Ray. It's a little iffy sometimes with Gilbert and Oop, don't dive. Don't hurt anybody, Sean. The victory is not worth another injury. Logan
That
Gilbert
fastball,
and
even though it's high velocity, you've got
the
to
other
level
guy.
the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are
I would
not
argue
gonna
that
have a problem
Gonzalez was
turning it around.
probably the
Up next
biggest
for the
like
Rangers,
question
Adolis
mark,
Garcia.
or maybe the weak point, and now that's
First pitch, and that's in
transitioned
for a
to
strike.
whoever fills in for him. To the point where I'm like, I don't know where to
Swing and a
use him.
miss.
I don't know. Do I use him? Do I try to just go with 4 starters? That sounds like a bad plan.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. The high heat too much.
So
on
many
that
of these
one.
are like
No,
4
his
degrees
pitching
off,
staff has
and
been
they are right
merciless against him in
down
this
the
one.
middle.
I mean, he struck out 6 times in this series, and we've seen no adjustment out of him so far.
He's struck out 6 times, and it's only game 3. There's a whole other game left.
Here comes the 0-1. And that's in for a strike. That's off the mark. Ball 1.
Shit.
Fights it off. You'll see another. And a 1-2. Simeon runs. Swing and a miss
Did
for
not.
the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Rangers leave 1. They trail it here.
I might-
3-0.
Oh, no, never mind. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. I was like, oh, shit, we got to play, like, no, there's a whole wild card round.
Welcome back.
I think there's a day or two off
Stepping in for the
between
Mariners,
Sunday
Eugenio Suarez.
and the start, which I believe is Tuesday.
Evaldi back to work. And a strike on the outside edge. Swings
Ooh,
and
man, that
chases a low
curveball.
one there.
That curveball is giving me so much trouble. It is an 18-mile-an-hour difference. Sean, please.
Suarez started after it.
Please,
tried to
that
hold
was
up.
so far out of
Now
the zone.
look to first. He did not go around. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss at the splitter.
Yes, it
and
didn't
it's a
really matter.
strikeout.
Suarez
About as
might
nasty of a
be
splitter as you'll come across,
the
especially in
hottest,
terms of movement.
like the
That
biggest,
tumbles
like,
out of his hand and just drops off
either
the
he
table
is
at the
on
last
fire
moment.
or
He keeps it down. It's
completely
just so tough to
frozen.
put wood on.
Everything was low in the zone there.
Raleigh, the next to hit, takes outside. And fouled off.
Really late. And again, just
The 1-1.
Ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And he pumps it a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And it's filled up.
Count is full.
The wind of the pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a
that's
full
not what
count.
I'm looking for. Oh, that's a walk.
And the pitch. And he walked him.
Ball 4. Take
Okay.
it, baby.
All right, we got the walk anyway.
Boog, do you think you could draw a walk?
That
in the
high
bigs if we
fastball
gave
is
you
so-
enough bats?
Ooh, that's a good question.
It shouldn't be as
I
tempting
think
as it
that
is,
if they
but it is.
gave the pitcher a false scouting report on me, yes, I think I could draw a walk. In the air, out towards right center.
That's just
Taveras
bad.
makes the
That's just
grab
bad.
on the run.
Bad, bad, bad.
The designated hitter, number
Here's
5,
Taylor Trammell. Grounded out his first time.
Trammell.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly,
it
but
was
he
just-
wins
it
the
was
foot
early
race
on
to
it.
first. Good job
Oh.
of knowing how much time he had there. Mariners
Oh.
lead 1, but they lead it 3-0.
I thought we were going to be able to rip something down the line. Damn it.
Back here at the ballpark, ready now for the 5th inning. Here's Leody Taveras. The right-hander back to work. And that one clips the corner.
Well, these Rangers need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going. Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have guys in scoring position because they put themselves there.
Rodriguez makes the catch.
Off the table again.
Gone.
Sorry about that. I just wanted a fist pump.
Jonah Heim stepping in for the Rangers. He's 0 for 1.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
Well, can tie the complete games with Castillo.
And the 1-0. Out to short, Mateo. Zips it to first. And a couple of
We are still in a
outs.
save situation.
A slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
So the lineup flips over. Now it's the DH, Bubba Thompson. That's in there. It's 0-1. Good eye right there.
1-1.
2 down, nobody on. Falling
Come
behind
on.
2-1.
Come on, get out of here. Come on.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Was also would have only been strike. Well, that would have been strike 3.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out.
So
And
Castillo's
good
still
work
looking
there
strong.
as he gets a
97 on that
1-2-3.
fastball
Nothing doing for
into
the Rangers.
into the 5th
Still
here.
Down 3-0. Back in Seattle, John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, Jorge Mateo.
All right, halfway home here.
Called strike right there.
Okay. Damn it! Again,
There's a
thought
pitch we haven't
of,
seen in a while.
I was
It's gonna be
looking
tough on the
and-
hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
That misses the
That's a really
zone.
good take. The
1-2
slider has
to
been
count.
getting
The guy
me,
at the plate could
especially with that
recognize
payoff
slider
pitch,
out
kind
of
of
the hand. Didn't stay in
what
the
they
zone
call
very
in the
long
game
terms of
textbook
depth
pitching.
and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
In the dirt. Heim collects, fires to first. In time to get him. One away.
I just
strike.
ran out of patience there.
Julio
Completely
Rodriguez
ran out of patience.
up next for the
Not surprising
Mariners.
that it's on the curveball.
First pitch
That's
doesn't
inside.
find the zone. On the ground. Has some trouble with it. Still able to get it there in time. And they come away with an
No
out.
way!
Man, that was
98
bang,
speed and he
Tough to
can't
tell
get
at
there?
full speed, dude.
I gotta be honest with you, I couldn't tell either. As they asked for time to check with their replay guys.
Wow, not even close. Are you serious?
Yeah,
Get your
I mean,
fucking
we
eyes
usually get-
checked.
So they have
Jerk.
decided to challenge the play, and now it's up to the replay umpires in New York to make the call. Here's one more look, Siggy. You think they're going to overturn it? I kind of do.
Yeah, I think there's a good
Why did they
chance as
sped it
well.
up at
I mean,
the-
more I look at these different angles, the more
Even
I'm
the- so the
becoming
show
convinced that
vision
he actually beat the throw. So
Is so
turned out
bad.
to be a pretty good challenge.
It's like it's not accurate at all. Even he was even
The
safe in
decision's
show
been
vision,
made,
unless they
and
fixed
he
it
said
in
So they overturn the call, and they get it right.
in like a previous
Chance for the
patch or something.
challenge. Man at first, and now J.P. Crawford.
Still early on that curveball, but the power gave him a little bit of trouble.
There's a
Of
strike.
course, there he pumps in a strike.
0-1.
J.P. Crawford won the game last night for Seattle. It let out a big ole "Let's fucking go."
And batter waits. On the
Wasted
ground,
it.
2 ball.
Too
Goes
early
to
on a
second
splitter.
one.
Oh,
On to first,
oh,
double play.
God, it was
And
even
that's
worse
the
than I
inning.
thought. Yeah,
One
I
hit in the
fucking
inning,
God.
but no one left. 5 innings
Son of a
complete.
bitch.
It's the Mariners 3 and the Rangers nothing.
It was worse than I realized. We only had 1 out. Oh, shit.
Back at T-Mobile Park, here's the left fielder, Ian Happ. There's the strike. Happ, in his 7th season, 28 years old, and he's a former National League Gold Glover. 0-2 as he waves at that one. And a pitch. Stays alive.
Come on. That high inside fastball. We're not going to be able to go a complete game with him because he's already getting...
That one is hammered right
Man!
field. This one's got a chance.
What?
And it is gone.
Where
Ian
was
Happ
that
pops it out of
fastball?
here. His 18th home run.
It immediately dropped me down in the hitting or the pitching difficulty.
Of the season, it's 3-1. Seager stands in now. That's in there. And it's 0-1.
Always exciting to see.
I
leadoff home
could
run
not
in an
dot
inning.
those
Kinda gets the
fastballs.
offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
We have guys in the warm up in the bullpen.
The pitch. That one off the mark.
Ho,
And the
ho,
count 1-2.
ho.
If you're on the mound right now, you
Damn.
know you have to retire this hitter. If he gets on base, it could open up the floodgates for this offense to score some runs.
I can't even get that fastball. Try a circle change.
That's to third. Suarez whips it to first. And Seager is set down.
Good fade and sinking action in that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Nathaniel Lowe up to hit. In there, and it's 0-1.
Calling it bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike one here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
Oh
Smash to the left side.
my gosh.
Toss to White. And it's 2
Castillo's
away.
pitch could be a little bit of trouble. Or, yeah. I think Castillo is rock solid.
Now it's Marcus
Problem is
Semien.
I'm not locating stuff super well. And 2 of the pitches that I've been struggling with the most have been the sinker and the four-seam fastball. And that is what I'm using most from him, is the sinker and the four-seam fastball.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
He's in a great spot right here. Ahead in the count.
13,
0-2.
18,
All
11.
4 pitches in play right here, partner.
Nothing really...
0-2 now. Gets a
The
piece.
pitch counts
and
aren't...
stays alive.
I mean, there's... I think there was an
And here
18 in
comes.
there.
Got him.
It's a real bad slider. Somehow that was a slider that was so bad it was good. All right, Ian Happ.
And this is now a 3-1
all right.
ball
It's all right.
game. You're
We're
watching
good. We're
Major
gonna
League
probably-
Baseball exclusively on the show.
Probably go for a save opportunity here. I think maybe we bring in maybe one of those guys that we put up in the pen.
Just trying to keep
Then maybe
this
we
one
go
close here,
Castillo
and this is where a
Munoz.
bullpen can give their guys a
Ideally,
chance
we
to
go
fight
Castillo
back into the game.
Munoz. But I don't know if I want to try and get him through 7. I don't think there's like no reason for it. New pitcher on the mound, by the way, Glenn Otto. Hopefully I didn't cover up his stats because I was thinking. Slider at 83, a sinker at 95, a four-seam at 94, 12-6 curve at 84, and a circle change at 90. I almost had a circle change at 48.
Activity starting up now.
Slider at
Jonathan
48 miles an hour.
Hernandez preparing to come on if needed.
Can that
Cade,
even get to the
lefty,
mound?
Warming up as well.
What are some of the position players? What are they throwing? I mean, they're not throwing high heat or anything, but
Next pitch is in the dirt. Going to count 1-2.
it's weird when people get like kind of up in arms.
And that's
Like, how could you
outside.
hit a home run? How could you smash a home run off a position pitcher? Nobody cares. Everyone's given up. We should just have a mercy rule.
The 2-2
If it's
on the way.
16-2,
Out to short.
why are we even out here? Everyone's just risking injury.
Throws to
Like,
first. One away,
you have a
5-6.
third baseman out there
First baseman, number 12.
throwing monster curveballs at 50
Now the
miles an
first
hour,
baseman, Evan White.
and a power hitter going, I'm going to absolutely obliterate this. All right. Focus, Sean. Oh, that's a
Chopped
bad
out
swing.
in front of the
God
plate.
damn it. He's the perfect pitcher to put on the mound. It's the same problem that I have with having to deal with Lance McCullers Jr. Those are they're pitches that are just going to be down in the zone repeatedly, and I just don't have the patience for it. You have to get a mistake like that and take advantage of it. And since I'm looking down here, I'm not good enough at tracking it. Zach Gallen hurls a complete game shutout against the Astros. It's good news for us.
Liner, base hit. And that extends the inning.
Slider still early on it, but enough power. I thought the third baseman was actually going to get it, but
I think he choked up a little
that's
bit, maybe
not what
spread
happened.
out, but he got the job done right there.
Now the Mariners catcher, Cal Raleigh. His righty
Oh my
lefty
goodness.
splits there.
Look at those splits.
In the
No.
air to left center.
It was a
Happ heads towards
fastball.
it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. One left for Seattle, but they still lead it 3-1.
Of course, it was a fucking fastball. God damn it.
Top of inning number.
Oops. Oops. What is happening? Warm up. Put it in game.
For 7. Down
What is
to right
happening?
fielder, Adolis
I goofed
Garcia.
up. I goofed up.
Chris Flexen gets handed the rock out of the pen.
I was like, oh, I needed to hit down an A, and then just sat him down, and then brought him up and put him in the game. Ugh. Thankfully, it stays. He stays warm. And that feels like a thing that, like, they just have to put in the game. Obviously, like, that wouldn't happen in real life because you're not clicking through a menu. You're, like, talking to people. I'd be surprised if any of the games that they had made were, like, yeah, when you set him down, he'll go completely cold again. So I imagine players would be like, well, that doesn't make any sense. He was up exactly 8 seconds ago. He should be fine. Okay, maybe should have thrown another cutter.
The wind of the pitch. Swings and misses. That's strike one.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
No ball.
Strike 2. And the slider just misses.
You
Really
swing
nice
at that?
slider right there,
Oh.
sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
That just misses. And the count is even 2-2. In the air, left field, number 14.
I think it's in an okay
has this one
spot.
Sized up, and there's one down.
Obviously not in a good
Alec
spot.
Bohm stepping in for the Rangers.
I mean, it could be higher and tighter, but we've had worse, so not the worst situation in the world.
That misses off the outside
Give me
edge.
that call, man.
Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and a strike. And a pitch. So now 1-2.
Oh, I thought that was strike 3 and was like, what a terrible. I mean, that's an awful slider.
That one just misses.
2-2.
To third, Suarez.
Oof.
And that
Almost held that too
quickly
long.
drew away.
The center fielder, number 3,
Leody Taveras stepping in for the Rangers. 1 for 2. Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. And a launching grab.
You have to go that hard, Rodriguez, but
Parachute
thank
on
you.
that ball, but good concentration. Stumbled a little bit, but was able to hold on to it as he made contact with the ground.
Set
Get a
for the
quick
last
check
half of
in
the
here.
second. Down the left fielder,
Hell
number
yeah.
14.
the left fielder, Gabriel Gonzalez.
The pitch. Close, but called
That's a good
a
take.
ball.
That's a good
And
take
that's
right
ball
there.
1.
So it's still a 2-run game. I still want to push to get wins. There's no reason to completely let off the gas. Want to be careful, make sure we're not, diving for balls. Because that. Oh,
And a
Sean,
pop
no.
up right side, foul
It's
territory.
way too late.
Low makes the grab, and there's one away.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Taylor Trammell up next for the Mariners.
He left that like way up there too. Damn.
In the first pitch,
Outside.
misses for ball 1.
No base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
Simeon toss over to first, and a couple of quick outs. Back to the
It's all
top
right.
of the
I believe in you,
Seattle
Trammell.
order. Jorge Mateo now, maybe expecting a bunt here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass. First pitch just misses.
Come on,
One
baby.
ball, no strike.
Swing and a miss.
1-1.
That was so late. That was so bad.
And that is cut
Okay,
on a
Sean.
miss. 1 and 2.
It's maybe not, huh?
Right-hander kick steals. On the ground. Simeon. On to first. Inning over. Nobody left for Seattle. And the score stays 3-1.
Yeah, we'll bring him in.
Castillo gets the ball now.
These are the spots where
It's just been
relievers
disappointing
really make a name for
from
themselves.
a
Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same
an offensive
time, there's a
perspective. We've
reason
been
they're put in these
piling up some
situations.
hits here. Oh, I can't pause. I was gonna look at. I hit the start button about 5 times. I was like, oh, that's right. You can't pause. Oh, look at that. Look at that slider. Look at how good these pitches are going to be, and then I'm going to blow it in game.
We're at the top of the 8th. And
Okay,
now the
7
switching
hits. It's
catcher,
not
Jonah Heim.
not as many. I guess I thought we had
Something
more.
extra at stake in this at bat as he's hitless so far with his hitting.
I mean,
streak
how
in
big is that?
jeopardy.
Like, it's a real bad
0-1
sinker.
now. They say it went.
0-2.
Oh, I meant to do a fastball. How big is that Castillo drive, you know?
Cuts out
There
it,
we
misses.
go.
That's a strikeout. Some high cheese for strike
Looks like we should
3.
be able to end that hit streak tonight. Sick of that shit. Get it out of here.
Fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Digging in, Bubba Thompson, and he bunts, but that's a foul ball. Check swing, but he went too far. And it's 0-2. Ground ball up the middle. Mateo.
Get him!
Cover from the
Yes,
misplay pays off for
Mateo!
the out.
Good onside run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
Now here is Ian Happ. He's already homered in this game.
He sure has homered in this game.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock.
Not a great pitch. Not a great pitch at all right there.
There was nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped. Caught out in front and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on.
Happ off of first with 2 away. The next offering misses. Now 2-0.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently.
Boy.
You see the results.
The tying run at the plate.
Got him on the edge. Thank you for that call. Let's
Left
go.
for Texas, and it remains a 3-1 ball game.
Ooh.
Ready for the bottom of the 8th. And now for Seattle, Julio
The
Rodriguez.
center fielder, Julio Rodriguez.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike
Bad
one.
swing. Settle down. Settle down.
There's a certain point where you
Munoz
have to commit
scheduled to
to
pitch.
what
We're going to
you think
hopefully
you
get him another
see,
save.
and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
And it's
Okay,
even up.
we're good. We are good. We're good.
Swing
We're
and
not
a
good.
miss
We're
as
really
he
bad.
chases
We're
that
real
one darting
bad.
out of
Very,
the
very
zone.
bad. Man, 3 pitches, huh? Probably a 1-2 count, or a 2-1 count, excuse me.
And a pitch. And now 2-2. That one back up the middle.
There we
and
go.
it gets
Okay.
through.
That's the kind of contact we're looking for. Especially after some poor swings. Real poor
Just kept it simple.
swings.
Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Now we'll make sure to leave Munoz up.
So, man aboard,
But should
J.P.
we,
Crawford,
you know,
the next to hit,
push
1
this
for
out of
3.
a save opportunity?
To the right side. Sneaks through, base hit.
No reason to risk it.
Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing.
I
on the
really
first
need to
pitch.
stop being
Just one of
rewarded
those
for swinging at the
high
first
base
pitch.
hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
It is Charlie Morton, who I
Next
think
to
we
hit,
put in and
Oscar
did not
Hernandez.
do well.
Ball 1,
That's
no
a little bit of a
strikes.
worry, but if we have a big enough lead, we should be okay. And we'll make sure to leave Munoz up. Blue Jays clinch the AL East
No
with a
outs,
win.
runners at first and second.
Twins can clinch. They said that yesterday, and they still won, and it wasn't right. So
Out front
That was it.
and foul to the left
that was the
side.
pitch. Oh, I could have blown it wide open.
Here's a 1-1.
Ooh,
There's a
ooh,
strike.
ooh. That fucking slider.
Misses.
Real lucky that that was not strike 3.
That's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Swing and
That's
a ball hit out towards left center field. Hauls it in for the out.
Now we're in real bad position here
The
with
first baseman, number 12,
And here's the first baseman, Evan White.
White.
a runner on first and 1 out. What does that spell?
Swings and misses.
It spells
That's
double
strike
play.
one.
That was a real bad swing. Way too late.
Now a screamer into the outfield. Into the dive, and he got it. Runner tags up for third, and he
Damn.
moves up a base. So 2 away with
A
runners at
damn.
the corners.
He takes a huge gamble right there. If that ball gets by him, the run scores easily from second, and the hitter maybe ends up on third. But a great job, excellent focus on the dive, and he robbed extra bases on that one.
Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. First offering misses the mark. Swings through that one for strike one.
Fooled on that pitch, got a little anxious.
Right-handed reliever in the air, left side.
Is that going to drop?
That's a
That is
base
gonna
hit as a
drop.
run scores.
Okay, so we got the one back. Suarez comes through. I believe that's a 2-for-4 day for him. Good stuff. That's what we're looking for. Here we go.
If it hangs up in the air long enough, but right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff for base hit.
First and second, 2 down. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Cal Raleigh. That one fouled
Bad
off.
swing. Real bad swing. Come on.
Crawford over at second. Suarez at first. 2 out of the inning. Check swing, and he held up. The 1-2. Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count. And that's outside. Righty to the plate.
Oh!
Good job at damage control right there. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. Last chance coming up here for the Rangers.
All right, save opportunity.
New pitcher for the Mariners, Andres
That's-
Munoz.
Just an unbelievable season for him as the closer. 57 saves to this point, and another save opportunity for him here. He thrives off of this stuff.
We go to the 9th, and now the first baseman, Nathaniel Lowe. And a pitch. And immediately
So we got a couple of runs on some nice little bloop shots in there, which is good. That's what we're looking for.
A 4-seamer, and he works in a 2-seamer. Check swing went around, and it's 0-2. Kicks and fires. On the ground, right side. Crawford throws to first in time. 1 up, 1 down.
All right.
So next to hit for Texas, Marcus Semien. That one's in there, 0-1. Now 1-1.
That's down. Ball.
1-1 now. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Right
Got him.
through there, got him. Simeon down on strikes.
Here we go. Let's get
no
this
secret
win.
That slider is going to be his go-to pitch. Everyone in the ballpark knows it. It's a massive part of
Weird
his arsenal,
series.
and he'll throw it a lot, and in pretty much any count, any situation, and he's going to look to punch guys out as well. I tell you what, the effectiveness of that slider is always a big key for him.
Garcia stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Now this is in the air down the line. High bounce takes it over the fence for an automatic double. So 2 down. Here's the third baseman, Alec Bohm.
There we go.
Strike
Okay.
1.
Seems like his strike zone is expanding as we get later and later in this game.
2 outs and 1 in scoring position. On the ground, right.
All right,
side.
we're going to pick up a save. Let's go. Mariners win. That's what we're looking for. 4-1. Some of the 2 games that we have won against this team in this home series, we have given up 1 run. And if we've given up more than 1 run, we're losing.
I'm John Shambi saying so long from T-Mobile Park in Seattle.
That was a huge gamble. That gamble really paid off for us, which is a big win. Big win. That took a run off the board and alleviated some stress in that inning. It's a bases loaded situation that we ended up wiggling our way out of. Still gave up 7 hits to this team, but a nice bounce back win. Munoz picks up a save. Luis Castillo gets a win and is your player of the game. A little surprising, considering that Teoscar Hernandez was 2 for 4 with 2 ribbies. Crawford was 2 for 4 with a double. He scored. Raleigh was 1 for 3 with a solo home run. And then Julio Rodriguez was 3 for 4, scored twice, had a double in there. But Castillo only giving up 1 earned in 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, 9 strikeouts, no walks. And Nathan Eovaldi gets the loss. 5 innings of 6 hit ball, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, 3 earned. Munoz, save number 58. He'll come just short of 60, or come up just short of 60 saves this season. I like the spread here. I like picking up. I talk about it when we get like a lot of runs, like 11 runs, and it's 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, stuff like that. This is a good. That's a good amount of scoring, right? We're scoring 1 here. We scored 1 in each of the first 3 innings, and then picked up 1 that we gave up to make it a 3-run victory. I think the game struggles when you either gain, or in our case, we've been gaining and losing levels in the dynamic difficulty on the pitching side specifically, and that I think is what is causing this failure now that I'm noticing it. So we'll end this week 3-4. Everything pretty tight. We've had our biggest margins of victory or defeat. Pardon me. 4-run margin of victory and a 3-run margin of victory. The largest we've seen since we got that day off. This is really taking a long. Thank you. Just fail the operation. Fail it. Now I think when it fails the operation, it's auto saving the dynamic stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and just advance the day. Might actually maybe not even quit out of this. I might just knock this out. We're so close. We're so close. Joey Wentz. He is who I was trying to think of for Marco Gonzalez. Look, that's a good win. That's a good win for us to be able to pick up. It's a good bounce back victory. We were better offensively. We were better defensively. Some missed pitches here and there. Some not great spots. But being able to keep them under 10 hits, that's great. Being able to just get things kind of settled. We're going to see if we can continue that with Joey Wentz here. He's 8-3 with a 3.66 ERA. Martin Perez, 9-13 with a 5.46 ERA. Texas giving us a couple of really good pitchers there, and then giving us a couple of pitchers that have struggled a little bit more this season with higher ERAs and worse records. He's going to look to try and pitch his team to a series tie and end the season on a positive note. We're looking to pick up win number 127, absolutely absurd, and catapult ourselves into the postseason with a lot of momentum and positivity and good vibes. So that's what we're looking for here. We're 6-4 in our last 10. Obviously, we're the 1 seed. In the Central, Twins and White Sox have both clinched a postseason appearance. The Twins lost their last game. The White Sox are on a tear, 8-2 in their last 10, winners of 5 in a row. They are 1 game back with 1 game remaining. The Twins are me last season, where all I needed to do was just win 1 game, and I just could not do it. Blue Jays and Yankees have clinched playoff spots, but they are tied, or clinched postseason appearances, I should say. But they are tied going into the final day of action at 95 and 66. That feels so fitting. That feels so fitting for teams that we saw battling back and forth all season long. It felt like every day we were looking at I was looking at the ticker and it's going, Blue Jays within a half game. Blue Jays extend the lead to a half game. Yankees extend the lead to a half game. Yankees climb within a game. So, fitting that comes down to the final game. Unfortunately, they're not playing each other. Otherwise, could have been interesting to watch. Winner is going to get the 2 seed because they have a better record than either the Twins or the White Sox. Loser is going to be in the American League wild card. The Rays clinch a wild card spot, which is what we're going to go look at now. The Blue Jays, Yankees, that'll sort itself out. They'll be the 4. 1 or 2 or the 4. The White Sox are locked in at the 5, I guess. I don't know what their situation is with the Minnesota Twins. I don't know who has the tiebreaker or whatnot, so could see the White Sox, could see the Twins there. And then the Rays, thankfully, clinch that spot, and they eliminate the freaking Houston Astros. Thank you. Thank you. Over in the National League East, the Braves have clinched the division. The Mets have clinched a wild card. The Central, the Brewers wrap up the division. And the National League West, I should say, the Dodgers have had it for a while. Wild card has the bets. They're locked in and ready to roll. The Cardinals can still play a factor. They've won 3 in a row. The Padres, on the flip side, have lost 5 in a row. The Padres are the team that I would want to see most in that final in the World Series. Feel tremendously confident against them. So we can see what happens there. The Cubs might also slip out as well. We can take a look at who these teams play. Cubs, Padres, Cardinals, and all the divisions are clinched. So let's take a look at the Cubs, Padres, and Cardinals, who they are playing. We'll hold this. Cubs, where are you? Cubs. The Milwaukee Brewers. Padres, I believe, are playing the White Sox? The White Sox, okay. And Cardinals, where are you? Where the hell? Oh, there they are. STL. The Reds. Interesting. So St. Louis looks like a pretty good fit. Anyway, hey, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. I don't think there was anything else we really needed to look at. I guess we could have looked at the AL teams. We could look at the AL teams real quick. Who's it down to? It's between the Twins playing the Rockies. Maybe a little surprising that they lost to the Rockies. The White Sox are playing the Padres. We literally just learned that, and guess what? I forgot. And then the Rays are playing the Blue Jays. The Yankees are playing the Kansas City Royals. So a lot of positioning. All the teams are locked in, but a lot of position change can happen. Thanks for listening to the extended outro. Hopefully you found it interesting. Don't forget, tomorrow 6 p.m. Pacific time, right here on the channel, Martin Perez 9-13 with a 5.46 ERA, taking on Joey Wentz 8-3 with a 3.66 ERA. Be here 6 p.m. Pacific time right here on YouTube.com/Shawnosaurus Rex. Scroll down, subscribe, ring the bell. You'll be notified when I post new videos. Check out today's video, this morning's video, taste test. Tasted 3 different sodas. No, 2 sodas and a Gatorade. Which came out on top? You'll have to watch to find out. Thanks again for watching. Good sports. Go Mariners.